The universe, a story of the most complex structures and the luckiest occurrences, from an infinitely small point to something larger than we can comprehend. Random particles flying around to complex life able to breathe, move, and even think. Well, how did we get here? Ptolemy, Copernicus, Galileo, Newton, Leavitt, and Hubble, though all from different generations, all played a major role in understanding the origin of our universe. The Big Bang was the first moment of the universe's existence. It is unknown what came before the Big Bang, or what caused it, but one theory proposes that all matter was condensed into an infinitely small point. These scientists have expertly crafted a timeline of what came after. For a moment, the universe expanded faster than the speed of light. It still expands to this day. Next up on our quest to find out how did we get here are the stars and elements. A star's life starts out in a nebula. Here, hydrogen and helium build up due to gravity pulling them in faster and tighter until the internal temperatures get to 10 million degrees, where nuclear fusion starts, classifying this as a protostar. Next, our star will continue to grow and heat up to the point where it is in the main sequence of its life. In this period of time, liquid water can exist on planets, allowing for life for millions of years. Eventually, our star will burn out and swell into a red giant. Soon, a supernova will happen. It is here where heavier elements like iron are created. Elements are the fundamental particles of the universe. This field was dominated by Dmitry Mendeleev with the creation of the modern periodic table as his most known achievement. The next part of our journey is about the Earth and the solar system. Before our solar system could form, we needed the correct conditions. We needed newly forming stars and the new elements created by the dying of stars. Luckily, we had all of this. Our solar system formed in 6 stages. First, gas starts to condense to start forming a star. Next, a protoplanetary disk begins to form as well as the star getting bigger and hotter. After this, a protostar is almost made and dust and gas starts to form rings around the star. By this point, the star is almost at the main sequence. Clear rings of dust and gas are formed, and the star is at its main sequence. Finally, the planets are formed from accretion. In our solar system, one planet formed in a very special spot, Earth. It formed in what is known as the Goldilocks zone. Here, it is far enough away from the sun that all the water doesn't boil away, and close enough that it doesn't freeze. This allows liquid water to exist. Another thing that Earth has is an atmosphere. The atmosphere was formed when water vapor went into the air and covered the Earth, protecting it from the sun. Perhaps the luckiest thing to ever happen in our universe is the creation of life. All life shares 4 key characteristics: the ability to adapt, self-regulate, reproduce, and fuel themselves. Life wildly differs from the first microbes that lived in the deep sea vents to the complex humans we are. Life is theorized to have originated in the deep sea vents. Here, the perfect Goldilocks conditions for life were present: water to help the molecules bond together, complex chemical elements, and high amounts of energy. This is where life began, and it only got more impressive from there. Life evolved to have the ability of photosynthesis. Then they evolved into eukaryotes, multicellular organisms, having brains, moving to land, and finally, mammals evolved. These organisms evolved when the best of their species had a higher chance of survival, giving them better odds to pass down their genetic traits. Life has drastically altered the Earth. Plants and animals have changed Earth into a haven of life. Crick, Watson, and Franklin were influential in understanding DNA. They figured out it could store genetic information and figured out DNA's molecular structure. Darwin is the most important scientist in understanding evolution, with his ideas surrounding survival of the fittest. He discovered evolution when studying birds on the Galapagos Islands. the beginning of the Big Bang to the complex minds of mammals. The universe as we know it is layered with complexities. Now that we have journeyed through the universe, solar system, Earth, and the life on it, we can now truly answer the question, how did we get here?